I don't want to jinx anything, but Eddie Redmayne was here last New Year's Eve. As he left the building, I said, good luck with the Oscars. Only won an Oscar! He won an Oscar, ladies and gentlemen!
Thanks for that, man.
Yeah?
Very generous.
I was right before you ran out when you were introducing him. I realized we had been, like, talking and catching up, and then you were like, an Academy Award winner. I was like, oh, my God, I totally forgot. Congratulations! Never talked to you after that.
I know, and here's... And again...
Not on purpose.
No. And again, it's weird because you don't want to talk about these things, but you had a bad one. Was it the night you won your Oscar?
The night I won my... Oh, I don't want to talk about that night. I had a whole meltdown.
OK.
That sounds riveting.
It was a series of things. It was like a birth control confusion, so I was like hormonal. I fell on my face. I forgot to thank the director. So I was just like, what does it all mean? Nothing! I came home crying, and then my friend was like, ordered the wrong pizza. It wasn't thin crust, it was thick crust. I was just like...
I imagine very different scenes in the Redmayne household.
Slightly different.
Oh, really?
Well, basically, I have a plethora of brothers, and their sort of favourite thing is to sort of come... Well, I did this film a couple of years ago called Savage Grace with Julianne Moore.
Keep going quickly.
It's disastrous.
No, you left them at come.
Oh, God.
What did he say? What?
And it's going to get worse. So I did this film a couple of years ago called Savage Grace, and it was one of my it was one of the first jobs that I was so proud of. It was with Julianne Moore. It involved incest. I played her son, and she sleeps with him to sort of try and change her sexuality. Anyway, I was so pleased to have got a job. I was so proud of it. And they came to the London Film Festival premiere, and it was only sort of as I was sitting down, surrounded by my family, with all my brothers sitting next to my dad, basically looking at him like this, as I was about to have to do a love scene with my mother in the film just to see what his reaction would be. And basically, that's always their thing. They just sort of sit next to... They see who can get closest to Dad in order to watch what his sort of perilous reaction is going to be.
Ooh. I had to kick my brother out from, like, award season for a little bit because he tried to arm wrestle Matthew McConaughey. He was, like, not into it. It was Winter's Bone. Nobody knew who I was, so so there was
he
that.
took down McConaughey.
And my mom how is your mom during premieres?
She's pretty good, actually.
She's normal?
But only because I always say to her... I remember we had this amazing experience at the Tony Awards when she came as my date, and I was like, Mum, what happens at these things, I think, is they come up on cameras and they look at your face. So when I don't win, you've got to look... You know, you can't get, you know, really angry. And my mum... I love my mum. She is quite competitive. Anyway, this moment happened, and I was nominated for a prize, and then I was lucky enough to win, and I was so elated, but my mum I'd given such a grilling to that she just sort of sat there. I'm not allowed to react. I was like, Mum, I won!
That's so funny.
He said, darling, you supermodel, you rock star, Eddie, you movie star, I'm Maria Testino, and 1, 2, 3, go!
Magnus! 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 And he stops in the middle of the game. He's like, what? And I realized I had lost my mind, and I just said, never mind. Just...